The history of the atom starts all the way back in 450 BC, where a Greek philosopher named Democritus came up with a theory where he said all matter around us is made up of indivisible tiny particles, which he called atomos, which is Greek for indivisible. Then there was no progress on the atom until 1803, when John Dalton agreed with Democritus, but went into a bit more detail, saying atoms of one element are all identical, where atoms of different elements are different, and different combinations of unique atoms make up compounds. And then around 100 years later, J.J. Thomson discovered that particles have charges in them, and so proposed a new atom, where it was a ball of uniform positive charge with negatively charged particles dotted around, like plums in a pudding, hence creating the plum pudding model. Soon after that, Ernst Rutherford came along and did an experiment called the alpha particle gold foil experiment, where he concluded that most of the mass of the atom is in the center, calling it a nucleus, with electrons orbiting the atom, hence creating the nuclear model. Niels Bohr then came along and did some further experiments, which then realized that there were fixed distances which electrons were orbiting at. A little bit later, James Chadwick came along and also discovered that there was a neutron in the nucleus, and therefore birthed our model of the atom, where the nucleus has protons and neutrons and electrons are orbiting at fixed distances. Is that it? Not quite, because in 1926 Erwin Schrödinger came along and said that the model of the atom was completely wrong, and that electrons are actually waves, and we don't know anything about the position of the electrons, so they can't be orbiting at fixed atoms. So what is the model of the atom? Well, that's where you're going to have to dive into quantum mechanics, and to do that, you would have to be taking A-level physics.